let's bring in Nationals MP Bridget McKenzie and the MP Zali Steggall. Bridget and Zali, good to see you. Thanks for your time this morning. But energy wars, I want to start there. Bridget, we'll start with you. Is the coalition about to officially go nuclear?
Well, great to be with you, Peter. I've been on this nuclear bandwagon for a long time, and I'm super excited to see colleagues and indeed the Liberal and the National Party embrace what is a zero emissions technology tested around the world and one where all our major competitors internationally use to make sure they can have high-paying manufacturing jobs, keep the lights on, keep their industrial economies going in a zero emissions future. I just got back from Dubai and went to COP and attended a net zero global forum there on the sidelines, and to hear from the Greens in Finland, the Democrats in the US, and young people from around the world who are interested in a zero emissions future embrace nuclear. And it really is exciting to know that Australians will have a choice about how we get to net zero.
So is that confirmation, is that going to be a key plank for the coalition going into the next election?
Well, I think you can't say you have ambitions to get to net zero by 2050 as a country and not have a pathway that's credible to get there. What we've seen from the Labor Party and their pathway, and the pathway that Zali would be advocating, is that we're 100% renewable. And that is just unrealistic. It's untested, it's risky, it's dangerous. We've seen the implications right now, this week in my home state of Victoria. There is a way to use existing fuel sources longer as we transition, and then have renewables firmed by nuclear, which is going to be much more realistic for an industrial-sized economy such as ours.
But is this going to be confirmed that that the coalition, you and the Liberal Party, are going to take nuclear to the next election?
Well, Peter, people can read the front page of the Oz and the Fin Review as well.
Don't squib it, Bridget. Is this yes or no?
We've been very clear, both the Liberal and the National Party, post the election about exploring this issue. And the reality is that the path that Labor's put us on is untested. And the Prime Minister's announcement today shows he's finally seen the light that there are losers in the pathway that he's chosen, something that we, particularly in the Nats, have been saying for a long time, and so that's why he's in the Hunter today.
OK. Zali, let's bring you in. So it is becoming more likely that short-term and long-term climate targets will not be reached here. So why not consider next-generation, zero-emission nuclear energy to work alongside renewables?
Because the reality is it doesn't exist at an affordable scale. And I think you have to pick up Bridget for two things she said there. And one is actually very telling. She acknowledged that what she wants really, and other Nationals MPs have said so in Parliament, they want to continue on existing fossil fuel energy sources for longer, which is why they don't have an interim.
But that is the most reliable. It's the most reliable and still doing most of the heavy lifting. Carry on, Zali. Have I still got you? Oh, we might have lost Zali there, unless she's good at holding a straight face. But
I'm happy to.
Anyway, just carry on with that point. Yeah, it looks like we might have frozen there, Bridget. But carry on that point. So just on nuclear, where would you like to put them, and what would you do with the waste? I think that's probably the two key questions that people, will be wondering about.
Well, I just wanted to pick up on where the attack Zali was going on. The fact is, they're going to say it takes too long and it costs too much. Now, when I was in COP28 in Dubai commissioned nuclear power plants in Baraka in 2012. They started to build them. They're online in 2020. That's the reality of the modern day version of nuclear technology. So every time the Labor Party and the Teals come out with that argument, they're absolutely false. They're using 1950s research.